Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? I have a special treat for y'all today. Oh, man. We're going to be talking about a topic that everybody tends to revert to. You know, it's a huge topic in every household, with every family, and it revolves around health, right? I have a special guest that is going to, hey, what's up, Butterfly? What's up, Ruby? Ruby, you must stay tuned in right now. I got a special treat for everybody. As soon as my brother hops on real quick, we're going to be giving you a class today. A class like always. Always here to inform, educate. You know, my goal in life is to just educate, motivate, and inspire those to live a healthier lifestyle, healthier, holistic lifestyle, just all around, just great health. Just be balanced in life. There he goes. Come on. Shoot me that request. We're gonna get you going, brother. Okay. Without any further ado, let me see if my brother comes up. He should be 3, 2, 1. Boom! Come on! We
Wow.
live and direct
Wow.
today. What's
This
up,
is
brother? Brother
amazing.
Quincy? How
Oh
you
my
doing today?
goodness. Outstanding. I have never done a dual IG live. I probably sound so old saying that. I
Man.
shouldn't be saying that in public.
No. You shouldn't put those vibrations into the universe.
Oh
People are
my
gonna think you
goodness.
older than what you really are.
I know. I know. Old
So
soul.
so I was just giving an introduction because the energy that I put out into the universe and what I always talk about holistic health, being balanced, mind, body, and spirit. But it's something that always comes up in every household, right?
Okay.
Something that every family, well, not every family, but a lot of families in our community struggle with, besides the physical self, the mental
Mm-hmm.
self, um, the spiritual self, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the financial self, right?
Absolutely.
And we met what now, 2, 3 weeks ago when we were
Yeah.
speaking on the panel,
Just about. Just
just
about
about. And
quarantine weeks.
yeah, it was so amazing. We was sitting down and we both had the pleasure to be on a panel talk
Yeah.
and talking about our own expertise and how we impact our community. And when I heard you just speak on, how you impact our community on financial literacy,
Mm.
something just as just as unknowledgeable as we are with when it comes to health issues, we are so behind the times when it comes to how to manage our own money. You know what I'm saying? And what it really is.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
to have you on here, somebody that specializes on financial literacy. Hey, what's going on? Oh, Dr. Is that Dr. Casey Johnson?
It
Hey,
looks like
Dr.
it,
Casey
yeah.
Johnson. To have you on here, being able to give some tips today to really impact. So if you guys and gals do not have your notebooks out, please grab them because he's gonna be dropping some jewels, right? Um, so like I said, we met 2, 3 weeks ago on a
Yes,
panel,
sir.
and certain things that we just had in common that just caught my ear when we first started talking, right? Number
Yeah,
one, we're both huge on impacting our community when it comes to health, right?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Me more so on the holistic side, you more so on the financial literacy side and everything like that. We were both talking about wellness centers in our community, how we can impact our community with wellness centers.
Yeah.
And something that really caught my ear when you were first talking, and I don't even think you knew I was ear hustling at that time. You also said that you were plant based, you were vegan. I
Yes,
was like,
sir.
what? Come on! So I knew we were both vibrating on the same frequency that day, and know, the universe just brought us there to connect and to be able to impact our community on a whole nother level today, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little background of what you do, how you impact the community, how you first, you know, start to empower somebody with financial literacy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'll start by saying, first and foremost, I am a generational wealth builder. A generational wealth builder. That's how I identify. That's what I do. Not the only thing that I do, but I feel the most important aspect of what I provide from a financial wellness perspective, right? So
Yeah.
helping families find ways to not just make money, but to actually keep more of the money that they're making, right? And
Yeah.
there's a whole array of skills and tips and advice, but it's a lot simpler than a lot of people are led to believe, right? Even when it comes to learning how money works, these are things we can learn in school as
Yeah.
young as 7, 8, 9 years old.
But we don't. They
But
don't teach us anything. They don't even teach us how to
right,
balance the checkbook in school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, right. Like, they
like,
don't teach us how to do our taxes. And at a certain point, we got to get away from fault and lean towards responsibility, right? Even
yeah,
though it's not our fault that we didn't learn these things, it is our responsibility to not just learn it for ourselves, but be able to educate others as we educate ourselves. And that's what my role is, right? Taking the
yeah.
information that I've been blessed with and sharing it with as many people as possible. And believe it or not, I get paid to do that, which is freaking amazing. Right? Talk to me, Kat.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say it's like I know for a long time, and a lot of people are like this. You know, you're going through life. You're living check to check for the most part. You might have a little savings put to the side, but that might only last you a month or two if something
Yeah,
really went down, right? We only
yeah,
have like maybe a month or two of savings if we're in a good position to really fall back on, right? Especially like this time when, you know, COVID came out of nowhere and a lot of people lost their jobs. It was
yeah.
like, wow, you know, you really had to start really thinking like, well, you know, I was so um how can I put it? I was
Uh,
so reliant on getting these checks, you know,
mm-hmm,
from this business, from this company on a monthly basis. And now, since I've not provided this income,
mm-hmm.
now I feel lost. Now I feel stressed. And
Absolutely.
that's another thing that, you know, people fail to realize. Like if you're living check to check and stuff like that, and it's a certain amount of stress that it places on your life that can cause other health issues. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like stress
absolutely.
is a number one. People die from
Absolutely.
strokes. You can have ulcers. You can develop cancer from stress, and we we fail to realize that if we can put ourselves in a better financial place, a lot of things that we normally would think about
Yeah.
wouldn't be super, you know, super big worries or concerns in our life. You know.
Mm-hmm. And
So I was gonna
but
say, coming to you,
mm-hmm.
because you know, like I said, growing up, most of us never got any information when it came to financial literacy. How
Mm-hmm.
do you kind of ease somebody into that?
Oh man. And that's an outstanding question because I ask myself that every day. How can I get better at dealing with one of people's biggest fears in life?
Yeah,
Right? They say that the biggest fear on earth is public speaking. A close number two has to be talking about money. A close number two.
yeah,
And especially in certain communities where we didn't even talk about money at the dinner table. We talk
no,
about everything at the dinner table if we can afford the dinner table, but money
uh-huh.
would never be a topic of discussion until
Yeah.
somebody dies, and then it's a rat race.
Hey, and
Who
the
gets
crazy
the
thing
largest
about it
piece of the
is
pie?
a lot of families get split when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to, you know what I'm saying? When if somebody passes away and they start looking at each other for money and start pointing fingers, well, why don't you help out more on this and that? And it divides families at the end of the day. It can also divide a family if somebody left a will or something and somebody feels like they should have got a bigger portion or something.
it can.
Yeah.
It can. And the biggest thing is, I'm a firm believer that the middle class, the so-called middle class in America, is where dreams go to die, right? And it's so unfortunate that a lot of us are attempting to get into the middle class or stay in the middle class, right? Like people coming from countries around the world to take part in America's middle class, right? And
Yeah.
what I've found in doing this work around financial education, financial literacy, is that there are only two classes in America. There's the informed and the uninformed, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
the educated and the uneducated, right?
Yeah.
They're the people who know and the people who don't know. And
Exactly.
oftentimes, as I said, it's not our fault that we don't know, but it is our responsibility to get this and seek this information and to be open to receiving it. Because I'm a firm believer that the universe operates on people's levels of intention. So we have an intention to become educated, to start building generational wealth, to learn how taxes work, to protect ourselves from creditors and predators. Then those opportunities are going to find their way into our life. Just the same way that we met each other. I have been telling myself I'm going to get into physical wellness. I'm going to start working out. I'm
Yeah.
looking for a trainer, somebody that I can resonate with. And you were attracted into my life.
Boom.
And you, boom. Like, but that's how it works. That's
Yeah.
an abundance mentality instead of a scarcity mentality. And a
Yeah.
lot of things out there in the world, again, fault versus responsibility. I'm not blind to what's happening in the world. I understand a lot of entities, right? A lot of powers that be are trying to force us and keep us in a scarcity mentality because they understand the true secret is abundance, opening our minds, attracting into our life that which we seek, right? Attracting love, attracting wellness, attracting wealth,
Yeah.
attracting know-how, as opposed to attracting even that saying, I can't breathe. Like, I understand, I'm not ignorant, I'm a black man in America, but you would never hear, I can't breathe coming out of my mouth. That's an affirmation. That's an affirmation. I'm attracting that into my life. When we say no
Exactly.
justice, no peace, as opposed to give me justice, give me peace, right?
Mm.
That is what I'm attracting into my life. So it's the same principle with wealth and abundance. It's the
Mm.
same principle with every other aspect of our lives. And that's the major gear that we have to shift. Does that
Man.
make sense?
So how do you take somebody that, I mean, it, because I deal with this the same issue all the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, we get our financial literacy from our loved ones around us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, for so many generations, especially coming from our communities, like you said, it was either not talked about, or
Yeah.
people always say, save that money for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Then some people just blow the money as fast as it comes in, it goes out, right?
Man. Yeah.
How do you reprogram your mind from so many from so many years
Yes.
of being taught and shown a certain way to say, okay, I know this is not the right way. I to move forward to allow my family to have generational wealth moving forward. I have to rethink a certain way. How do you start cracking into that
Man,
thought process?
think about what you do. And I'm speaking to everybody, including myself, because
Yeah.
I'm never going to give anybody the impression that I'm perfect. One thing, I traveled to Ghana, West Africa, and one thing that I found living in West Africa for an entire freaking year was
Uh,
that our ancestors had a mentality of the womb to the tomb. Learning
mm,
never stops. There's not an
exactly.
age that we get to, even when we're elders within our village. There are people who are older than us, including ancestors who no longer have a physical presence on earth, who are teaching us and guiding us all the time. But for
Exactly.
some reason, here in America, and I understand, like, OGs in the hood are people who are older than 21. Like, I
Yeah.
get it, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, even they are still learning in life. And we
Yeah.
have to be in a mentality of, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. And I understand there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of shame, there's a lot of humiliation, and people are afraid of being shamed and humiliated when it comes to
Mhm.
money, right? Like, I,
And
I get it.
I feel that's like one of the steps that I had to take in my journey is releasing the ego, right?
Man,
And
yeah, yeah,
when you still live within the ego, and you feel like that you can't be taught anything, that nobody can show you anything, that's when you're in a place of scarcity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really allowing yourself to be open and say, hey, you know, I see my family's had issues financially, for as far back as I know, like it's something that I have to do differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really open myself up because I didn't, me personally, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth either. You know, it's like it was one of those things. It's like I saw my mom; she's about to retire this year. She's been working for 31 years at the post office,
Wow.
right?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And I see how working that 9 to 5 job for 30 years has broke her down. And
Yeah.
it's almost sad to see
Yeah.
because that's what she had to do to maintain a certain lifestyle,
Right.
and
Right.
even though she didn't want to be there, she felt like she was stuck
Yeah.
because of financial responsibilities, having a home, paying for a car and different things like that. You feel like, oh my God, I have to continue on this path because if I do anything differently, I might lose all my belongings that uh, I've gotten to this particular moment, right? And it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
pressure. I felt that pressure when I made my transition from my 9 to 5 job into my, entrepreneurial
Absolutely.
businesses that I'm doing now. It's like, oh my God, I
Absolutely.
have 4 kids, my wife, I'm making this transition. I better not mess up because
Yeah.
it's not only messing up for,
Responsibilities.
exactly, it's not only
Mm-hmm.
messing something up for me, but I have to take care of other people as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, if I'm working a 9 to 5 job, what would you say is one of the first steps to moving forward, whether it's
Ooh.
investing or understanding, you know, uh, how to put money into certain, would you say the stock market or
Oh.
IRA accounts, or
Yeah.
what would you
Yeah.
give a
Yeah.
recommendation for somebody?
That's a big question, and I
Or
know we
401k.
we just
Everybody's
yeah.
told that they're supposed to put their money into their 401k.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I will say to that, I don't believe in saving my money places, at least the money that I want to keep, places where I'm not guaranteed to keep it. Right. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe in that personally. I don't advocate for that, especially knowing now there are other options to save and invest and grow our money. And I guarantee you, wealthy people are not saving money in 401ks. Right. Considering that just a few months ago, the average
Yeah.
401k went down 30 something percent, right? Imagine
Yeah.
that's your life savings and you're losing almost half of it over
Yeah.
something that you have 0% control over. What sense does that make? It makes all the sense in the world if that's your only option, right?
Yeah.
But now we're in a day and age where you have options to save, you have options to invest, you have options to grow and protect your money, even from the IRS. And
Yeah.
the IRS gets a piece of everything. Imagine protecting your money from the IRS. That's God level investments. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. And that's what I like to help families with. But to answer your question, that's freaking deep. Like, how do you get into shifting gears in a tangible way where you can still pay your bills and take care of your family? The number
Yeah.
one piece of advice I can give is that everybody from the wealthiest person in the world, who they say is Jeff Bezos, right? That's up for
Yeah.
debate. But the wealthiest person in the world to what we would call the poorest, at least monetarily. The
Yeah.
one thing that they all have in common is we all have the same 24 hours in a day. All of
Mm.
us. All of us, all of us, all of us. And what I found being around wealthy people and understanding how their mind operates, they don't look at a 24-hour day. They look at 3 8-hour days within 24 hours.
Mm.
3 8,
Yeah.
like when
Yeah.
that cat, that messed
Uh-huh.
me up.
Come
That
on.
messed me up because, but
You
the
dropping
middle class,
jewels now. Come on. Let them know.
and I'm gonna keep it really brief because we don't have all the time in the world right
Yeah.
now. But I do want to be intentional about this point in particular
Okay.
because, as you know, earlier when I said middle class is where dreams go to die, right?
Yeah.
It's because we're allowing somebody else, our manager, our boss, our supervisor, our school, our job, right? Whatever, and sometimes our parents to determine what we deserve in life, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we're told go to school, get good grades, get a good job, save money to your 401k, wash, rinse, repeat. teach the next
Come on.
generation to do the same thing. And what I
Same thing.
found
Modern day
is that,
slaves.
man, like every generation, if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, why are we starting from scratch? Every single
Yeah.
generation. And what I
Yeah.
found is that a lot of millennials like myself are graduating college with 40, 50, $60,000 in student loan debt.
Woo,
And
come
people
on.
are asking us, well, why are millennials buying homes? Why are millennials saving and investing? Because our money is going in a monthly check towards the government
Yeah.
and sometimes private loans, right? And
Yeah.
nobody's educating us. I won't say nobody, but I don't feel there are enough people educating us on how taxes work, how interest works, how investing works, and also not helping us understand it's a lot simpler than we've been led to believe. And that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I do. That's the resource that I provide to my community because
Yeah.
I come from a family that was left behind. I
Yeah.
come from a family that wasn't properly educated on how money works. I've not only been able to help them, but so many other families by answering that same exact question you just asked. How do I get started? What do I need to do to make sure that my kids aren't in the same position that I started off with, right?
Yeah.
So that being said, I do want to offer myself as a resource. And what I'll do, I'll leave a link to my calendar just in the chat box, right?
Mm.
For anybody who's intentional about sitting down, it's a free consultation, like legit free. I always ask for referrals so I can continue to do this work, but 100% free just to sit down and see how can I help you. What position are you in? Where do you want to go? How do we create a roadmap to get you closer to financial freedom? I don't make miracles,
So
but
you
I
got.
guarantee I can
So you're
put a
gonna be
smile on
like
your
my
face.
GPS on the phone. I'm gonna tell you a
That's it.
destination. You're gonna
That's
guide
it.
me right there.
Open up Quessy Maps. Let's get you to financial freedom. And
Hey,
we're going to make it happen.
that should be your app, Quissy
Quessy
Maps,
Maps.
financial
I like
guidance.
that. I like
Yeah.
that.
So
Yes.
one
Yes.
other thing,
Talk to me.
I always like giving people something tangible, something that not only do they have you, but something that they could take away right now. If you could recommend a book, a Google search, a YouTube, or anything to help somebody on their journey right now, if they're not, if there's somebody that's like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready to talk to you particularly, but I want
Yeah.
to do some of my own research.
Yeah.
What's Do you have a source that we can look up a book
Absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
something that's nice and easy, something that doesn't look like it's like 500 pages or something that's
Yes.
gonna scare
Yes.
somebody?
And actually, I'm so glad you asked that. There are two that I recommend, but for the easy readers, right?
Yeah.
For the people who are like, I don't really like reading. I'd rather scroll my life away on Instagram. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not really, right? But there's a really simple book called Money, Wealth, Life Insurance. Money,
Mm,
wealth, life insurance. And it's not all about life insurance. It's not even all about money and wealth. It's about gaining opportunities to take control over the money that you already have and becoming informed on what's happening with the money that you already have, but in the places where you might already be saving it. And then offering you just alternatives to really just think about it. Are the places you're saving your money right now serving you or somebody else? If you're
mm.
saving your money in the bank and you're
Somebody else.
earning no interest on that money, do you think the
Uh-huh.
bank is earning no interest on the money that you're
No.
saving with the bank? Really? Really? Right? So
They're
that's,
using that money for their own financial gains.
man, using our money,
Come on.
flipping it,
They playing
making
with our
10,
money.
20, 30% interest.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Uh,
But here's the thing. We have the opportunity to do the same thing. Because like I said, there's only the informed and the uninformed. Which one do we want to be? And that's
exactly.
what I help. I help the uninformed become informed. Super
Man.
simple. But Money, Wealth, Life Insurance by Jake Thompson. It's on Amazon. It's like $8. Is your
Hey,
future? Are
it's
your
an $8
children? Is
investment.
your $8?
Ooh.
$8. What is that like? 10
Come on.
cents a day?
That's like a tall latte grande at Starbucks right
Man,
there. Change your life.
man, to change.
Uh,
And I no BS, right? Read that book because regardless, when we sit down, you have to read this book anyway. Yes, I do give homework, but homework so you can better your life. Get that book, Money, Wealth, Life Insurance on Amazon.
Man, that's
So
beautiful. So I know we only have limited time this first go around.
right
Um,
now.
Yeah, we got some limited time. So what we're gonna do is for our next video, because I'm gonna have you back again, because it's so much we could talk about. But
Absolutely.
please, I want to let our viewers know. Please leave your question, comment, concerns right here at the bottom, so we can address
Yes.
those in our next video.
Yes.
So when you tune in, we're talking exactly what's on your mind when it comes to finances and everything, because we want to help you grow, build, and educate you. Like I said, this channel is to help motivate, educate, and inspire you on your holistic journey. The mental, the physical, the spiritual, the financial, the whole get down, right?
Yes.
This
Yes.
brother is so knowledgeable and has so many different tools that he's going to share with y'all. Let them know where they can find you, social media, website, the whole nine, brother.
Man. Yes, yes. So really quick, first and foremost, thank you so much, Kat. It's really a blessing that we even came into contact because
Oh,
I've been putting some major, major intentions into the universe, and I can tell by the fact we've come together that we are in alignment. We're in
come on.
alignment. We have
Speaking
joined
the
together
same
on this
language.
path, building our tribe, and this thing is about to take over the world in a beautiful way. In a
Uh-huh.
beautiful way. But
Yeah.
to answer your question, so you can find me on Instagram, Kwesi.dreams. That's KWESI.dreams, like the one you should be having when you're sleeping. Hopefully positive ones. But
Yeah.
Kwesi.dreams. You can find me on Instagram. I posted my Calendly link. So Calendly is just like a virtual calendar. If you want to sit down and just get some more information, hear more of my story, tell me some more about yourself, what you plan to do, calendly.com/Kwesi Dreams. Really, really simple. Other than that, I mean, once we sit down, I can share my number with you, whatever. I don't think my wife would like that too much, but whatever. So I
Yeah.
do look forward to reaching out with y'all. I do look forward to more conversations with Kat. I'm definitely going to host you on my page to talk about physical wellness and your
Come on.
journey to becoming plant-based trainer. A
Ooh.
plant-based trainer? Are
Come
you
on. And
serious?
still
That's
building
like a
muscle when they
Democrat
said we
Republican.
couldn't. Still building muscle when they said we couldn't, you know.
Man,
Why
and
are
we're
they
going to make
telling
it
us
happen.
that we can't do something that we're designed to do?
Right?
That's always
Right?
interesting to me. Why are they
Right? Like
telling we
build
can't
wealth.
do something that we're built to do?
Right?
Huh?
Right.
But we'll talk about that later on your channel, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate you, my brother.
Uh-huh.
More to come. Is there anything else before we get out of here? Any last words?
No, like I said, for the next episode, next Friday, what you got going on next Friday? Let's put it out there
We're
right
gonna
now.
be here. We're
We're
gonna
gonna
be
be
here
here.
next Friday on my page this time. We're gonna be on
Okay.
my page next time. I'm gonna host you. We're gonna talk all about fitness. We're gonna talk a little bit about finance, but mostly being plant-based and elevating our life from the inside out. That sound good?
That sounds amazing. So,
Yes,
y'all,
sir.
just as you heard, that's gonna be. Do we have to date? What's today? The fourth,
So today's the 5th,
the
and
fifth.
so
So it's
we
gonna be on the
talking about the
12th.
12th. We're talking
So
about
the
the 12th
12th,
at
same
12:30.
time, 12:30 on
Bang,
the 12th. Make sure you leave any questions, comments, or concerns
please.
for the both of us so we can address it on our next live. Whether it's finances, whether it's physical health, plant-based nutrition, we want to give you the tools that you need to elevate yourself right now. Okay?
Ashe,
So if you
ashe.
found this video to be informative, if you found a couple jewels in there that you were able to take, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, and also hit that notification button. It should be somewhere over to the side. Hit that if you enjoy this kind of content, because like he said, we are gathering our tribe right now. We are bringing ourselves together. We're becoming that one unit that they don't want to see right now. We're empowering each other with the tools that we need to elevate us to the next level, y'all. So thank you